Good evening, fellow entrepreneurs, small business owners, and side hustlers. My name is Ntokozo, and welcome once again to an awesome episode of the Business Forecast. That's right, it's the Entrepreneurs Podcast. It's the show that gets you connected to a wide range of successful entrepreneurs and great experienced professionals who are all here to help you get your company to grow. So we are coming from a background where we've got this network of entrepreneurs on Facebook, and we realize that we need to now take a step to grow our businesses in terms of quality. And in order to do that, we decided let's invite people who've done it, let's invite people who've been successful at it, and let them give us practical tips on how we can get there as well. And that's what the Business Forecast is about. So we've had a number of great episodes. If you have not watched them, please go back and watch them. If you're not subscribed, please subscribe and like this channel and this episode, because it's a fantastic one, and would love to have you join us on this journey. So today we have another great episode, and just before we get into the episode, I just want to give a shout out to Vugani M Productions. They're the ones who are responsible for our studio. They're responsible for the lighting, the cameras, and everything that you see. So if ever you need anything from them, make sure you hit them up, because they're quite great. But anyway, without any further ado, I want to talk about today's episode. Today we're talking about the importance of mentorship and business advice. Right? We know that the entrepreneurship journey is a hard one, but there's people who've done it, people who are successful at it, and they're there to help us. I mean, if you contact them and you reach out to them, you'll find that a lot of them are willing to help us out, right? And this is what is called mentorship. They actually hold our hands through our entrepreneurship journey and tell us which pitfalls to avoid. But I mean, mentorship and business advice is such a broad topic, and some people don't understand how it works, where to start. And that's why we have Derrick Ndzavi on the show today, who's going to help us with this topic. Now, Derrick Ndzavi is one of the top professionals in this particular field. He is the MD of the Institute of Business Advisors of Southern Africa, and that is IBASA. He also has his own company, and also as the chairperson of Mentors Without Borders. And there's just so much knowledge that can come out from him when it comes to this particular topic. I've seen him do several interviews on ENCA, on SABC. He's a top-notch speaker, and he's got amazing nuggets for us today. So without any further ado, please help me welcome on the studio, Derrick Ndzavi. Hi, sir. Thank you so much for joining us. It's an honor to have you on our show.
Thank you, Ntokozo, and thank you for the great introduction. And I wish that at my funeral you'll come and do the eulogy. We'll be reading my bio and say, this is what he did, this way he went through and all that. So I'm really grateful that I made a show today. And I think we spoke about this on the big, what do you call this, a big room or something, to say, please, yes, I don't want to be here for one day. I want to be a regular guest. So whoever that you have as one of the guests, so please be warned that I'm going to be here after today. So, but yeah, thank you very much. And thank you for introduction. There's nothing much to add except that to say that I'm also the founder and the developer of the app, Recharge My Bees app, which is on the, is it Google Play platform, where you can download, where you can connect with mentors and advisors for free and post your questions and all that. But we'll discuss it as we go, because that is the essence of mentorship and business advisory.
Phew. That is powerful. I think that would be a great place to start, sir, because we did want to start off by getting to know you.
Because I know how to sell myself, so I have to start with what I know it's going to be a catch. So.
Awesome. No, that's great. So yes, we do want to know a bit more about you. Maybe a minute or so. Just tell us about your background, about how you got into this particular field, and I mean, you've told us about the app, but I mean some of the other things that you're doing that people could be interested in.
Ntokozo, I started business advisory, I think, some years ago, 21 years ago. I know somebody would ask me, how old is this gentleman now? That is, he can talk about 21 years ago. But when I started working, I was working for different companies. I think the last company that I worked for was Discovery Health, and working there. And one day I woke up and I was like, hang on, I'm working here. This guy started this company, he's now in his 30s, and now he's the CEO and the founder and all that. Can't I go and start something for myself before I reach 30? So that's when I quit my job. And when I quit my job, I had a plan. The plan was that I want to start a company that will assist with business advisory, but also that will assist with registering companies, registering businesses, but also see how I can work with assist people then. Because in most cases, when you say you are looking to register a company, you go to a lawyer and you go to, but in this case, I said, I want to establish an institute that will deal with that. But also that would also assist these entrepreneurs when they have further problems, not only wanting to register a company. And that's how it took off. And that was New Discovery BS. You will connect that New Discovery BS, it comes from the Discovery Health that I work for. So I said, you know what, let me start New Discovery. And then that's how it got started. And I've started it. It was not easy, I must say, because when the entrepreneurs tell you that, you know what, starting a business is not easy, it's true, it's not. Because sometimes you come back home and then your wife, you know, I think I made a call before we started to say, you know what, I want to ask my wife to make me some pap today. But I wouldn't do that if I was not bringing food on the table. I would have to think twice to say, hey, you know what, where do I start? Because you would ask me, did you leave some money or food? You know, so these are the realities of the business. But also, it's just to understand that it's a journey. And also, I want to say this, Ntokozo, especially even with you, because this is a powerful show. Don't give up because of the numbers. Don't give up because, oh, today only 5 people logged in, after 10 people on, and so on. After 10 years, you'll see this thing is going to be bigger. It's going to be greater. So it's not about the number of people that you get. It's not about the clients that you get, but it's about the product that you sell, to say how persistent, how do you keep on shaping it up? How do you keep on improving on the product that you're selling? And once you focus on that, the numbers will follow later. So that is what happened with me, because when I started, I knew nobody. I had no relationship with the government. But today I've worked with the departments. I've worked with GP. I've worked with Department of Water and Sanitation. I've worked with a lot of organizations of the international standard. But why and how? Because I was persistent in my journey. And I would say that, yeah, and I developed mentorship program, and I started a company, an organization, Mentors Without Borders, which was more on offering free mentorship to entrepreneurs together with my company. But the trump card for all was when I started the Recharge My Biz app, which was able to kind of connect. Currently, we are sitting with over 100 mentors on the platform. And also we have companies that advertise on the platform, but mainly people can engage in terms of asking questions, business questions, but you can book the mentors online. You can make a call to the mentors online and they will come back to you and you can engage. So I would say that is a trump card. And then, yeah, here I am today as an interim MD in the company that deals with the Institute of Business Advisors Southern Africa. But how did it get here? Because I was able to walk the journey as a business advisor, and I was able to persevere and to stand the ground and say, this is what I wanted, and this is what I want, and here I am today. So I believe that any entrepreneur has a potential to succeed as long as you keep on pushing and persisting and keep on doing what you do best, and you will make it. Trust me.
Wow, thank you for that. So that is actually so inspirational. And I just want to say thank you for that and that vote of confidence and encouragement, because it's always good and it's always encouraging to hear it from somebody who's done it, somebody who's walked the journey, somebody who knows the pitfalls. And because the entrepreneurship journey can be a bit tough, you know, and a bit, demoralizing emotionally when things don't seem like they're coming together. But then sometimes this is the reason why people fail. I mean, small businesses fail or people quit. And we don't realize, a lot of us don't realize that there's this lifeline called mentorship. There's this lifeline called business advisory for certain aspects of business, because you're an entrepreneur. There's many aspects of business you don't know. There's many things you have, skills you have not yet acquired. And, you end up quitting. So I want to get into then these two topics of mentorship and business advisory. What are they and what's the difference between the two? Because someone might hear mentorship and think a business advisor is a mentor, but having have worked with Ibasa before, I know those are two different things and they're each so important, but maybe you can tell us better about the difference between the two.
Well, the reality is that there is no much difference between the two. When you talk about mentorship, you're talking about a program that you can have with somebody who would hold your hands, who would have some kind of a schedule where you will have meetings, where you would have one-on-one sessions and all that. But when you talk about business advising, it could be generic. It could be that today you call me and say, I need an advice. I'm stuck. I have a problem here with my business and all that. And I can give you a one-stop advice and that's it. But mentorship, it means that I'm adopting you to become part of me, to become my sort of I don't know, because I need to be careful with this word. I think protege or something like that. So
yes.
I'm bringing you in-house so that I can work with you, but I need to follow up. I need to make sure that I monitor your growth. I monitor what you do step by step. Unlike your business advice where you can call me and say, hey, we are stuck. We need to do a merger. We need to do a product development. Can you advise us? And then that's it. And I leave you with the invoice. But in the mentorship program, it's got some form of to say, we have a schedule, we have the milestones that are set, we have a program that we have set, we have to agree, we have evaluation that we have to do. You have to evaluate my progress with you, you have to assess me, you have to give me feedback if I'm doing the right thing, and I have to give you a feedback to say, yes, you are improving or you're not improving. So there has to be that relationship that has to be established, and that relationship can be set into 3 months, it can be set in 6 months, it can be set in 2 years, it can be said in 1 year, but it should not be a forever. But as a business advisor, I can be your advisor forever because I'll be there. Whenever you need me, you'll let me know. But in the mentorship program, it is not about when you need me. We have a program that we have to agree on. We have a program that we have to set. I have to hold you accountable. If you don't make it for a meeting, you need to answer. The same with me. If I don't make it for a meeting, I need to answer to you. That is the mentorship, how it works compared to the business advisory.
Phew, wow, that's so informative, and I love that because you're speaking now something that I feel like it's going to be foreign to a lot of small business owners, because even me with my own business, you'll find that I don't have milestone sets. I don't have a 6-month plan, I don't have a 3-month plan. So the idea that somebody who's successful, who I can be accountable to, can actually guide me through these actually set structures, I feel like it's so key and so important to formulate that entrepreneurship mindset that is not automatic. One of our other guests, I like what he said, that entrepreneurship on a business owner is not a migration of skills that is taken from being an employee. It's the development of new skills. And I feel like then when you do have a mentor who keeps you accountable to these things, I mean, the sky is the limit because you actually now are working towards something. And I mean, that leads me back to my next question then. How important is mentorship in terms of business success? Meaning, is it possible to succeed without a mentor, or how much does having a mentor add to the possible success of a small business owner?
Ntokozo, let me put it this way. Your business can die because of a mentor.
Sure.
Yes. Your business can collapse because of a mentor. So it's about the kind of a relationship you have with your mentor, the kind of the agreement. Because if you are not sure what you want from your mentor, he can give you what you don't need. But if we have sat down, done the need analysis, we know exactly that, you know what, your weakness is in this area, or this is the area where you need to help. Let's set up the timeline in terms of how we can work on that and see if there's any improvement on it. But if you work on me, I mean, this is what's happening always when let's say I'm done talking, or even today, somebody can send me a DM and says, you know what, I want you to be my mentor. The question is, which areas have you identified yourself that you need help with? It's like walking into a university and say, I want a degree. They will want to know, which degree do you want? So in this case, when it comes to mentorship, you need to know you as a person who needs mentorship to say, this is the area where I need mentorship with. But if you don't do that, Ntokozo, I will sign you for 6 months, you pay me, but all that I will tell you is the car I drive, the house where I stay in, and then you just admire me for 6 months. After that, you're back to zero. Because we don't have time, we don't have anything that's set. So hence I said to you, in as much as you want success in the mentorship program, it can lead to a failure. Because Whatever my weaknesses are as a mentor, I can rub them to you. Whatever my failures are in the area of mentoring or in the area of business, I can rub them to you. But also you need to understand, a mentor can take you off course. Whereas your business was doing well, you've been selling very well, and it comes with things that may not necessarily be relevant to your business. So that is one thing that entrepreneurs must be careful of, that when you look for a mentor, you need to be decided yourself. You need to be sure what kind of a mentor you're looking for, what are the things that you are looking for from the mentor, and if that mentor cannot deliver, hence the platform like Recharge My Biz app, we allow people to read. You can read the biography of everybody. You can read the bio of every mentor, so that by the time you make your selection, you can tell this one is in my industry. This one may understand better what I want. So that is the main purpose why we have them on the app, and we have their bio. So either way, the mentor can make you successful and can bring down your business. So what is important is know the kind of a mentor you're looking for, and then make the right choice with the right kind of mentor. Then that will assist you, so that when you start working with this mentor, you will say, but I did my homework. I've checked this person. I've not seen him appear on Tokozo's show and then I liked him. No, I've read his background. I understand that he will understand my business. So this is the kind of person that can take my business somewhere. That is very important.
Wow. Wow. Thank you for that. That's so powerful. I never thought of it that way, you know, that a mentor can actually take you off course, and, you know, that importance of actually having, you know, you can't go to the doctor and just say I'm sick without having some pain points, you know, identifying the places where you need the mentor to help you. And I think you've answered it so well. And I think, you know, I'm very grateful that there is that platform that you've created, because I think it will help people to avoid, you know, those pitfalls that you were talking about, because, you know, find that somebody, even me, you know, I've had people just that say, please mentor me. And, you know, you find that you don't know how to help them because they don't know, you know, what they need. So I love the fact that you highlighted that particular importance. And I think it also overlaps to the question that I did want to ask, because I did want to ask, you know, how does one go along the process of finding an ideal mentor? Because normally people will say, okay, Google someone who's successful in your industry, try and reach out to them, maybe send them an email and ask them to mentor you. I don't know how effective you think that would be when it comes to, you know, if that's an ideal mentorship situation. Would those people even respond? Do those people have the time to be your mentors? And if that doesn't work, what other alternatives can people do when they're trying to look for their mentors?
Togozo, the reality is that you can't meet me on the mall or at the event, and after the event, then you walk to me and say, I want you to be my mentor. I will say yes, because I need numbers. I need money. You know, I need to pay the bills. But after meeting me at the event, can you go back home and Google me further? Check what Hello Peter says about me. Check what other platform says about me. Check my ratings. Check what are people saying about me. Check my content. What content do I have? And once you have done that homework, don't rush to say, please mentor me. No, go back again, look at your business, look at me. If you're prayerful, I would say pray about it, because it's very important. It's very important. Because I know a lot of people don't put prayer into it. You know, when you said to me, please come to my show, I had to pray about it and say, who's this Tokozo? I had to Google you. I had to check you. Sure. Because I don't want to appear tomorrow, everybody's talking negative about your show. So it's very important that even when you look for mentor, check about that person's background. Find out if there are people who are not complaining on social media about this person before you can even commit. And once you are happy with that, then you need to make an appointment with this mentor and say, listen, I want you to mentor me. I want you to be my mentor. Are you available? If the person says I'm available, you need to set rules. Don't wait for the rules from your mentor. You also have to set rules and say, listen, I don't like somebody who's late. Will you make sure that you keep time? It's very important. Because you have a mentor that would keep you postponing the time that you have to meet. And then every time it's like, oh, let's make it tomorrow. Because you're a mentee, you just have to understand. You know what? I was busy. No, sorry, sir. No. If your mentor says I was busy, it means that you are not important. So your mentor must give you a quality reason. You had an agreement, you agreed on a time, and please, this thing of free mentorship, it's happening, yes, but if you did not pay for it, you may not hold somebody accountable. You know, just pay something if you have to, so that you can be able to claim for your invoice. But if you did not pay anything, it becomes difficult to say, let's have a relationship, because a person would say, I'm flying to New York in 2 weeks' time, I'll see you when I come back. You don't know when. And also, never allow a casual mentorship relationship. It doesn't work that way. It must be a fixed program that have timelines, that have expected outcomes, and that should be measured to say, what is the outcome? Some of the outcomes should be, I found you making 50,000 per month, and you say you want to make 500,000 per month. That will assist us to say what kind of marketing we need to put into it. What do we need to change to achieve that, what you want to make? What is it that we need to do, the both of us, to achieve that goal? If there are things that are done wrong, what do we need to cut? How do we cut them? But if there are things that need to be improved, how do we increase? Because if you want to make 50, let's say 50,000 per month, and you're only working 8 hours per day, it would mean that for you to make 500,000, either you need to stretch yourself to work 12 hours, or you need to do something in between. But with the right mentor, he would be able to assist you to identify those areas. There is one question always, and Tokozo, that I always ask entrepreneurs when they say, please mentor me. The first question is, how much do you want to make yourself per month? Right. And here comes Tokozo and say to me, I want to make 100,000 per month. If you want to make 100,000, Tokozo, your business cannot make 100,000 also. Either your business must make 75% times what you want to make you as an individual. And this is one thing that a lot of entrepreneurs don't understand. When they say 100,000 per month, they are meaning the total revenue of the business. Then if you take 100,000, what is left in the business? So when you say to me, want to make 100,000, it means that as a mentor, I need to make sure that your business makes 700,000 for you to earn 100,000 as a salary. Or your business makes $1 million for you to earn 100,000 as a salary. So these are the things that will assist you to set up the proper goals, but measurable goals. And then your mentor can say, listen, can we start with 50,000, not 100,000, so that we can say, at least let's make 400,000 for you to pay you that money that you want to make. So these are the things that will assist you to push yourself to beyond the limit and to kick you out of the comfort zone. And that's what I do always. I kick people out of the comfort zone.
Sure. That's your. I wish everyone heard that. That's so important. And for me, it's a mind shift from what you expect. Because usually I'm only really honestly used to the free kind of mentorship. And you're right. When the free kind of mentorship happens, sometimes I try to talk to my mentor and they're not available for a month or two. So it's not structured, then we move away from that, that goal-oriented structure that you were talking about. But I did want to ask then, again, if there is a way around this free mentorship system thing, because I think at the beginning you did mention that Mentors Without Borders was sort of like a system where you don't pay. But before we get there, I just want to just get one of the questions from our viewers here, which is Marama Lishuta, who's saying, what if I started a business with a group of other people? What are the options in terms of getting a mentor? Is it possible to get a mentor that mentors the whole group? And would that be advisable? I don't know what you think about that, sir.
Yeah, I think let me just deal with the first question that you asked about the Mentors Without Borders. With Mentors Without Borders, what we do is we try to make sure that whoever comes and say, I need to be mentored, but I don't have money. You can tell if a person wants it and they don't have money. And that's where we come in and say, listen, we are willing to talk to the CEOs of companies, or we are willing to raise money so that we can mentor you. So it's not like it's going to be a free mentorship. Somebody would have paid for it. Coming to the question that was asked, and thank you very much for watching and for asking the question. The reality of mentorship is, if you are working as a team, let's say you are a team of maybe 5 or 6 partners in the business, and you come and say, I have a mentor that I want you to ask to mentor us. You need to understand that them in their individual capacity, they may feel that they don't need mentor, they are okay. It does happen. Or some would feel that, no, I know somebody who's better than the one that you're bringing. And it creates a competition. But what works better is you as a founder of the business, you may want to have somebody that you can shine through. You have me in the background. I'm doing mentoring with you. And then I'm the one who's telling you what to do. Tomorrow you go to your board or to your team and say, listen, guys, we need to do 1, 2, 3. They say, wow, what a brilliant idea. But what you did is you came to me. You see how big my head is. You just knocked on my head. And then I share the ideas with you. So those are the things that are happening. So I would advise that when you start, try to check with this mentor to see, is this something that I can pay out of my own pocket, or I can work with this person, but I can go and share with the team what this person is saying. And unless if with your team, you can call the meeting and say, you as the founder of the business, and say, this is our mentor from today, but this will be mainly working with me. And then I will be sharing with you as a team together. But yes, as a mentor, you can see the group of employees or the team, the whole team, but you can also work with one person who is the visionary or who is the decision maker in the company, so that this person can be able to share. But strategically, you can even say, guys, let's create a board. And then you invite me as one of the board members, or you invite or your mentor as a board member. Because you need to understand how you hear me, how you see me. It's not how others will perceive me. And mentorship has to do with chemistry. If there is no chemistry, it may not work. So there has to be that chemistry, because it's not an enforced. It's the same as, I'll give you an example, Nentobos. It's the same as there's a call for, hey, there's a mentorship program, it's for free and all that. And then you get matched with the mentor, you don't even know, you have never spoken to this person. I'm telling you, it's gonna move, but the pace will be different from somebody that you have identified yourself, you liked yourself, and then you feel like, I can work with this person. It may be different. I hope that I answered the question, although I try to take more time out of it. Thank you.
No, yeah, I really think you answered it on my side. That was extremely informative. And thank you very much, Mr. Maremali Shuta, for that question. And thank you for everyone who is watching live. And I hope that answered your question, because it really did answer it on my side. And you brought up such an important concept that I discovered a few years ago, and that's the concept of having people as part of your advisory board. And this is something I've seen, coming up a bit more, where when I'm starting a business, maybe I invite you and ask you to be part of my, advisory board, and I give you a certain amount of shares, in the business. In exchange for you to be, obviously, and it's basically like a mentorship agreement. But now, at least, when somebody looks at my business and my board, they have you, somebody who was established, who is an advisor. And also, instead of paying you directly, I pay you through giving you a share in my company. I've also dabbled in it. I believe in it, but I really do want to ask from your point of view, do you think that is a viable option for small businesses out there who want, a mentor, who can't afford them to go that direction?
Well, I would recommend that instead of giving shares, because remember, mentors may not be relevant for the next 9 years or 10 years in your business.
Sure.
You need to elevate. You need to understand that. And mentors, please, if you are there, you are listening or you're watching, don't make somebody's business you don't camp there as if it's a lifetime job, please.
Wow.
Because you see, if you look at the companies, they rotate directors. After 9 years, the directors may change. Why? Because you don't want to outgrow the environment. You don't want to, you cannot, because also you as an entrepreneur, do you know that as an entrepreneur, you can grow to the level of your mentor if your mentor is not learning or improving? And you realize, actually, I'm not learning anything here, then I'm looking for a better mentor. Because we need to understand, as advisors, there are companies that become advisors as a corporate advisors. Yeah, I am as an individual, but you can still get a corporate advisory from a big firm, right? But you cannot expect a company that is growing, and here you are used to mentoring a company it's doing millions, and then now the company is making billions, and you expect that you'll have the similar impact. It's not going to work. So what I normally advise is that if the company grows, I refer them to other companies or corporate that can do and assist them, but I will still remain as a mentor. But also, it means that I understand that the business is growing beyond my understanding and how I want things to be done. So don't hold on to small businesses because you started with them and now you expect them to worship you for life. It's not going to happen that way. So what I recommend, Tokos, is that set up the board of advisors where you will have different mentors or advisors put together, but don't offer shares in a small business. All that you do is, guys, I'm going to meet with you quarterly, and quarterly I'm willing to pay you 3,000, 5,000 or whatever for your appearance or for sitting in the board. And for those who will do other tasks in your business, then you can pay them for that. You can agree in terms of corporate governance and in terms of remuneration to say, for those who will be assisting us, we'll be calling you here and there to do some research for us all this way. We're going to pay you so much per hour. Everybody's aware. Lazy board members will not have time for that. But those who are willing to work will work extra and agree on that and make that. You need to understand that there are a lot of people who are looking for board positions, and where will they get it unless they practice from the small businesses? But at the same time, you need to make sure that corporate governance is adhered to, so that those who miss meetings, they know they won't be paid. And those who don't come attend meetings, they know they can be fired. But let it be that strict. But don't play with shares. Don't give away shares always, because you'll give shares to somebody and tomorrow they resign or they neglect your company. They're no longer interested in the board and they are holding on the shares that they did not deserve. So only when you have your structures, you can, yes, have an option to say, if you are looking for investors, the preemptive right will be within your board members. But it should not be that for you to become my board member, I'll give you shares. Because otherwise, you will end up being a 20% shareholder with other people that have been previous board members in your company holding 80% of your business. So you just need to structure. We don't agree on the fees. That's it. We agree on the fees. Thank you very much. And then from there, you move on with your business and you grow your business and take it to, because remember again, once the board members have shares in your business, well, once the non-executive directors have shares in your business, they may not be advising you fair, because now they have interest in your business. They may steer you toward what they feel that it's what they will make them money. But if you have people that are in your business for the interest of helping you without necessarily monetary interest, then it becomes easier for them to advise you neutrally and be able to give you the advice that will take your business to the next level.
Sure. Wow. Wow. That is incredible. Thank you. Thank you so much for that, sir. And I feel like you saved a lot of us from making such mistakes going forward, because sometimes, you fall sometimes into either one of the extremes. The one extreme is not understanding that you need a mentor, and then the other extreme is wanting one so bad that you end up, committing to something or overcommitting to something you shouldn't. But I think everything that you've taught us today, keeps us in the balance, and they're also practical. And that's what I love about what you've been telling us, is things that somebody can take today and actually start applying. And it's unfortunate that we are out of time now. Maybe we've got time for just one more question. As you go, again, mentorship is something that you're passionate about. Business advisory is something that you built your business on, so you understand the importance of it. Maybe there are a few words of encouragement, or maybe that will open the eyes of small businesses to the importance of having a mentor, or actually saving up money or spending money on business advisory, because some entrepreneurs might think it's a peripheral cost, something I'm not going to spend money on because I'm not going to need it. Are there some things that you'd like to address to SMEs in general concerning these two topics? And also, I know you mentioned Mentors Without Borders and your application. If there's any other institutions that they might look into when they want to start their journey of mentorship.
Thank you once again, and Tokozo, for the time. And I would say to the listeners and to those who are watching to say, watch out for part 2. It's coming, and part 3 for this conversation.
Yes.
But in answering your question, I would say that it's true that as a business entrepreneur out there, you need to look for mentor and advisor, but also look for a mentor and advisor within the space that you're operating in. And I would say that the best platforms that you can look for those people, I would strongly recommend Recharge My Biz app as a platform where you can compare and match and see. And the advantage of it is that it's got that geolocation kind of functionality where you can check who's the nearest mentor around you in your area once your navigation is on. So I would say that is the strongest platform that I can recommend more than anything else. But other than that, I believe that there are other platforms that could be out there that you can make use of and that you can tap into so that you can work in. But also to business advisors out there that are doing mentoring and advisory, I would recommend IBASA, Institute of Business Advisors, Southern Africa, as a platform where you can be certified, because also it's very important that when you look for a mentor, you need to understand where do they account? Who is holding them accountable? Should they disappear with my money? Who do I report them to? So if you have institute like business advice, the Mentors Institute of Business Advisors, Southern Africa, you are able to report them to say, listen, somebody who said is your member, I checked with you, you verify that is your member, he ran away with my money. And we are able to discipline such behavior. So I would recommend that. But also I would say, anybody, as an entrepreneur, don't feel coerced to have a mentor. Look at your business. Can you afford? If you can't afford, you get somebody for free. And they say they will do it for free. Set them the timeline. Set them the miles. Ask them to say, what can we do? How are you going to do it if it's for free? So that you are not caught in a situation where somebody said it's going to give you for free service. Free meal sometimes can cost you a lot, especially in business.
Wow. Thank you so much, sir. It's been completely mind-blowing. And again, being so thankful for the practicalness of the lessons that you've been giving us, because this is not theory, this is practice. And that's what a lot of small business owners need right now. So I want to say thank you so much for opening up your heart and, sharing as much as you have shared with us. As you can see here, a comment coming from Colleen Allen saying, this has been an interesting topic and eye-opening information. Looking forward to the next session. And here we've got Happiness Numala saying, can we have part 2 on this topic with this guest? And I agree with that. We definitely want a part 2 with you. There's so much more I feel like we can delve into when it comes to this topic. So I do want to say thank you to Happiness Numala and say thank you to Colleen Allens for those comments. And we will make sure that we have Mr. Ndzavi coming back through for part 2. But for us today, sir, we want to say thank you. We want to say thank you for shining the light, holding the torch up for us, being in that position where you can mentor us, or opening opportunities through all your initiatives so that we can get connected to the mentors that we need. We really appreciate the work that you're doing and what you're adding to the SME infrastructure of our country. We want to say thank you. Until next time, we really look forward to having you again. Any last words before we release you?
The last word is that this clip that we are having today will be uploaded on Recharge My Biz app, because we've got videos that are running also there. So it's very informative. It's got ebooks, free business ebooks that you can download. I would recommend that, please. If you are an entrepreneur out there, make sure you download it and you won't regret. And also to you, Ntokozo, I say you are doing a great work, and I'm willing to be available to support you to make sure that you grow this platform, because these are the platforms that we don't get always. So we need these kind of platforms. And please, please, please don't ever give up on this platform. And if there is anything that we can do to support or to help you, let us know. We are available as advisors to see. And also to your listeners and to those who are watching, thank you very much for taking time. And this is home. This is where you have to be if you want to grow your business. I've watched the previous episode. I'm happy with this platform, and I'm looking forward to engaging with you further and see how we can do it better and grow it better and grow together. Thank you very much.
Sure. Wow, thank you, sir. Thank you for those kind words. And
my Twitter handle is @Ndzavi Derrick. So those who want to follow me, please just follow. Those who would be following today and tomorrow, I'll be observing. I'll be searching. I'll be Googling you if you were watching, then I'll follow back.
Awesome. Yeah, I'm going to make sure also in the comment section that I do put your handle so that people can just click on it and connect with you directly. And thank you for your words, and thank you for opening that connection with yourself and us. We really do appreciate it. So that's all from the Business
And thanks
Forecast
to your sponsors always. Thanks to your sponsors always. We really appreciate what they are doing. Thank you very much, guys.
Thank you, sir. So we want to say goodbye to you, sir, right now, and have a great evening. Wow, guys. Phew. If you were here and you were watching live or you're watching it later, I hope you're as blown away as I am. And these are the things that we need to grow our businesses. These are the practical tips and the practical tools that can actually help us, get to the next level that we need to get into. And I'm so glad that Mr. Ndzavi, opened that channel to say he's gonna, keep on working with us, because I feel like there's so much he can help us with, so much he can get us connected with. And please do make sure you go and follow him and look at Recharge My Biz app. I really do think it's going to be awesome for you when you want to start this journey of mentorship. And yeah, that was our episode 7. Thank you once again for being with us. Before we go today, I do have 10 businesses that I want to promote for free. As part of our show, we always identify 10 small businesses that we want to promote for free on this app as part of our Pro You segment. So we're just going to do that very quickly before we close. Please stay tuned. Maybe you might need their services. It's time for Pro You. All right. As you can see, we've got our 10 businesses here. I must say, we have profiled these before, but I feel like, it will be more impactful if at least everybody gets a chance to have their businesses showcased twice. At first, up there first, we've got the Supply Chain Academy. They offer core services, and that is business education and training, and they are based in Pietermaritzburg. And then we've got Revubit online. They have a product, and their product range is stem cell products, and they're based in Johannesburg. Then we have RR Logistics. They offer a service, and that is assorted logistics in Soweto. Then we have Nucleo that offers core services, which is digital marketing in Johannesburg. And then we have Ditsemo Projects Pty Ltd, and they offer home improvement in Vosloorus. Then on this side, we've got Smarty Creative. They offer a service, and that's branding in the Val. Then we've got Dloa Property Consultants. They offer a service, and that is property consulting and real estate in Johannesburg. Then we have DGTL Vibes. They offer a service, and that is an internet service provider. Then Andesani Cleaning Services. They offer cleaning services in Midrand. And then we have Zikali Mapisa Attorneys. They offer a core service, and that's legal services in Johannesburg. And that is the 10 businesses that we want to promote today. And of course, I will be taking 2 of these businesses and promoting them next week. For those who don't know, every Monday I'm on Hope Alive radio station from 2 p.m. For 30 minutes. We take the topic that was spoken on the business forecast, and then we actually draw out the nuggets, and then we get a bit deeper into it and have a discussion about it so that you can get a bit more. So please, every Monday at 2:10, if you can, join me on Hope Alive Radio. And on top of that, I'll be showcasing 2 of your businesses there, because that's what we're all about in the business forecast, to promote small businesses, to create an ecosystem where we can access quality and grow our potential to be successful. And I really hope that it's been helping you just as much as we have been hoping for. So that is all that we have for today. Thank you once again for joining us and for being with us. Until next time, I'm Doza Slatwayo. Keep pushing, keep grinding, stay busy, and I wish you all the best for your business. Thank you.